Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. And if you're new to my channel, I'm Raymart and I'm the creator behind Crochets at Raise, which is a small business specializing in amigurumi or crochet plushies. So at the end of June, I was a part of a pretty big market in my area. The event lasted 2 days during a weekend at the end of June. I'll go into more details of the market either later in this video or in another video where I recap all of the items that I brought to the market. But in this video, I'll be showing all of the behind the scenes of my market prep for that event. I spent almost a month crocheting new plushies for this market and then also making some slight improvements to plushies that I already had stored away. All of the footage spans from the 6th to the 26th of June. All of the patterns I use and mention in this video will be linked down in the description if you want to go and check them out and make them for yourselves. So without further ado, please enjoy all this market prep and all my rambling throughout the video. In the first few clips, I was working on a macaron sea turtle and some rice beds for some musubis. Both of these are patterns that I created this year. If you want to make the patterns for yourself, be sure to check out my Etsy or coffee shops to purchase the PDFs. The next item I was working on was a pattern from Cable and Canvas, and I'll have the designer's handle up on the screen. This was from a tutorial on YouTube for an itty bitty mushy pop plushie. If you're not familiar with Cable and Canvas, she has a lot of popping style designs where it's sort of like a fidget toy, as there is a part, usually the head, that pops up and down. I'll show the finished plushie a bit later so you can see how the popping feature works. I decided to make a few different colors of this pattern. So using a burlap blanket, I first started making the traditional red with white spots. I also ended up making terracotta, pink mystical, green mystical, and blue speckle colored ones as well. The red ones I planned on making 3, and all the others I ended up making 2 each. I was able to finish the 3 red mushy pops entirely through, and the rest were either finished up until one last row or just the mushroom caps were completed. With the red mushy pops that I finished, you can see how the tops are able to pop up and down. This is such a cool feature for a plushie, and it's a lot of fun to play with also. Here I'm working on another macaron sea turtle. I started off with making the top macaron shell of the turtle in this navy color. Now a little change of scenery as I am now just crocheting on the couch while I watch a show. I don't remember what I was watching here, but I am still working on this macaron sea turtle. I decided to make the body of the turtle in this gray color. I think navy and gray work well together, but do you guys think so? Let me know in the comments if you like this color pairing. Also let me know what other colors you think I should make a macaron sea turtle in. And now I took a break from the macaron sea turtle to work on components for the musubi plushies. Here I'm working on making some spam slices using this rose or pink colored yarn of Big Twist Posh. I make the spam by crocheting 2 rounded rectangles and then joining them with slip stitches. I thought this design for the spam made it appear more realistic for the musubi plushies. And now let's work on some keychains and bag charms. In this bin I had all of my mini crochet plushies. These items I sell at markets for a lower price point, for $5 each, and then I also bundle them at $12 for 3. All of these plushies are so cute, but I just feel like even though they are at a lower price point, it feels kind of weird to just have these minis by themselves, or like it doesn't seem as enticing to get them at a market. So I thought turning them into keychains and bag charms would be a fun way to sell them. In this stash of minis, there are a lot of baby whales, which is a pattern by All From Jade. It's a free pattern you can find on her Instagram. I also had some tiny octopus and jellyfish plushies I made using free patterns that I released and have available on my Instagram. Again, if you want to check out the patterns for yourself, you can find them in the description below. I had a lot of mini plushies, so turning them all into keychains took some time, but working on this was a nice break from crocheting some of the other items I had on my list. As I was finishing making these mini plushies into keychains, I started them into a wooden crate just to leave more space and to just keep everything all organized. Now, time to work on a new crochet item. Here, I'm working on crocheting a lot of different variations of a chocolate chip cookie plushie. This is a pattern that I came up with but have not released yet. I designed this cookie pattern just in time for this market. Initially, I intended to make these chocolate chip cookie plushies a smaller item, such as another type of keychain, but I shifted towards crocheting them a little bit larger so that I could use them as an item for mystery bags, where customers would randomly get one of the variations of the chocolate chip cookie. I made all of these cookie plushies using burlap blanket, which made them nice and soft and chunky. Some of the variations I made included a regular chocolate chip, a brownie white chocolate, brownie peanut butter chip, red velvet and white chocolate and strawberry matcha, black sesame sugar cookie, strawberry sugar cookie, and a confetti sugar cookie. I ended up making about 2 of each kind of cookie. These cookie plushies also would use plastic safety eyes, and then I embroidered some other face details such as a smile, blush, and the white parts around the eyes. This made them look so much cuter and gave them a little bit more personality. And then I finished working on the macaron sea turtles by sewing on the head of the turtle to the body. So I'm doing that for both the red and pink turtle and then the gray and navy turtle. Then the last of my market prep was packaging up all of the cookie plushies I made for the mystery bags. In total, there are 17 cookies I had to pack. Each mystery bag was going to include one of the cookie plushies, 5 small stickers, and then one of the thank you cards I had designed for my online orders. I opted to save some costs by using the small poly mailers I already had. One slight inconvenience I had was that the cookie plushies were pretty chubby, and then when wrapped in the tissue paper, it made them a little bit more bulkier, so it took a little extra effort to squeeze the cookies into the poly mailers. And then that got me a little concerned as I was trying to fit the thank you cards and the stickers into the poly mailers as well, because I didn't want to shove and bend the cards or tear up the poly mailers on the side. Eventually, I finished packing up all of these cookies, and I was so excited to debut them at my market. And that's it for this video. This was pretty much a week of me crocheting and all the different projects I worked on. The whole week leading up to this market was a lot of work and a lot of late nights, but I think it was all worth it. My experience overall being a vendor at the Open House Creative Fest market was probably one of the best I've ever had at a market within the 1 year I've been running my small business. I'm so thankful for the event organizers and also for everyone that attended the event. They really made all of the hard work worth it in the end. And now I just need to start editing the recap video, going over all the inventory that I brought and everything that was eventually sold. So make sure you keep an eye out for that one. I can't thank you all again enough for being here and supporting me and my channel. Make sure to like and subscribe below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!